it's just one sample size, one game's worth. But how do you guys block out the noise and get your head down and lock in for week 2 against the Chiefs?
I think that's one of the biggest things about being a pro. You got to play the next play. You got to, at some point, you have to have a next play mentality, next man up mentality, next game mentality. Because at the end of the day, yesterday's wins aren't winning today's game. Yesterday's home runs aren't winning today's games, and yesterday's losses aren't doing anything for you either. So I mean, we're 0-1 right now. It is what it is. We just got to look forward to try to get something else in the W column.
When you have to deal with adversity like a loss, how do you get out of it? Do you get into a funk, or are you able to just pull yourself out before you even go down into the slump of like being pissed off about a loss?
So I try to handle my own square. Most importantly, I think I could do a lot better. I would say that was probably the worst game of my career, personally. Yeah, so I'm always gonna be my biggest critic, my own biggest critic. Regardless if some people think I played okay, decent, good or not, like it's always gonna be something that can be better. And I think that's just the perfectionist mindset that you have to have in order to make it for a long time in this league.
What didn't you like about the way you played on Sunday?
I mean, it was terrible. It wasn't technically sound. It just wasn't right. It wasn't Trent Brown. It wasn't up to my standards. So back to the drawing board, and got to have a better showing this week.
Knowing the opponent that you're going up against and the place that you have to go play in and the guys that you have to deal with, i.e. Chris Jones, for example, who is so disruptive, how do you deal with a guy like that who is so, I guess, athletic and quick and disruptive in a game?
Well, I mean, credit to him being a hell of a player, but I think what you have to do is put the work in during the week and go out there and just play balls out on Sundays or whatever day you play. And I mean, just hope you like the result. You know what I mean? Guys like that are guys they're going to make their plays. They're going to, you know what I mean, have their hands all over the game at some point or another. And so you just have to do what you can in between or after to do your best. That's it.
What have you and the rest of the O-linemen talked about that you must do in order to beat the Chiefs on Sunday, in your opinion, as an offense?
We definitely have to control the line of scrimmage. That's week in and week out. We have to control the line of scrimmage. We have to control the time of possession. And we got to try to keep 15 off the field, I think. We got to definitely play complementary football. We got to be on it in all 3 phases. To help our defense and keep them off the field, keep them fresh, and they got to try to turn the ball over and just play complementary football all over, special teams as well.